still undefeated in boxing, improving record of 51-0, Floyd Money Mayweather. Okay, I gotta make a video about this. I really weren't gonna make no videos until tomorrow. I may have made one video that I haven't uploaded yet, but I soon will. Now, this one, Floyd MayWeather Jr. versus a Japanese boxer named Tasuki Tekyai. I'm not even saying the guy's name right. Now, this fight was done 3 hours ago in Japan. Now, unlike most of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s fights, they're okay. This one, I don't know what you would call this. I don't know if you want to call this second-rate boxing, third-rate boxing, or just I'm bored. I don't have nothing else better to do. If I'm Floyd Mayweather Jr., I probably would not do that again. I mean, this guy, you broke a guy's record that's 32 wins and 0 losses. Now he's 32-1. And I get it. You're bored. You know, you're tired of being in Las Vegas. You got all this money. Not player hating. I love me some Floyd Mayweather Jr. when he whoops some ass in boxing. But Mayweather, you my boy and all. But from a martial arts expert, a martial arts fighter, myself, to a boxing warrior legend, you can do 5 times better than that. You're hearing this from me, okay? I'm well versed in 10 to 11 forms of martial arts. And if there's anything I love, is I love to face some real legitimate competition. Now, I'm not saying the guy that you beat in 2 rounds ain't no competition. What I'm saying is you can do 5 times better than if you were going to come out of retirement at age 41 years old and give someone, as Stephen A. Smith say, a boxing lesson. Floyd Mayweather Jr., what is wrong with you? You could fight someone much better than that. I hope you ain't smoking the weed, for crying out loud. You could do better than that, Floyd. I know that's what Stephen A. Smith would say if he actually saw that fight. He probably would say, this fight's child's play. This was no contest. You already know who won the fight. Before the bell even rung, you already know Floyd Mayweather Jr. hands down already won the fight. It didn't matter if this fight was 2 rounds, 3 rounds. Hell, you could have scheduled this fight for 7 rounds and Mayweather would still walk away victorious. But if you ever come out of retirement again, Money Mayweather, I want to see a fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao Part 2. Because that's the only fight at this point anyone wants to watch. Don't nobody want to see Mayweather realistically get on a plane and go to Japan and beat up some guy that's got 32 wins that we never heard of. I've never heard of this guy until Stephen A. Smith mentioned it on the broadcast that Mayweather came out of retirement for a fight that's supposed to be an expedition for 3 rounds. I want to see Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao Part 2. If I can't get that, then you could at least get on the phone and you can call Miguel Cotto and you could do a Miguel Cotto Part 2. If you can't do that, get on the phone and call Conor McGregor and do a Mayweather-Conor McGregor Part 2. I mean, that fight was better because that fight actually went 12 rounds. Or close to 12 rounds. Yes, there was a technical knockout, but that fight lasted longer. That had the makings of a real fight, a real rivalry. This don't have the makings of a fight or a rivalry. This was simply a cash grab. I just want some cash real quick, and I'll be on my way. And to me, if Mayweather comes out of retirement, it better be to fight somebody that's going to give him some competition. Someone that's going to really make him work towards being the greatest fighter of all times. Now, you're 51-0. You're still undefeated. But to me, you didn't have to go to Japan and beat up some nobody that nobody knows about. I want to see you fight name fighters, A-class fighters. I don't want to see the greatest fighter to ever live in boxing taking on B-class fighters, C-class fighters. I could go into a fucking ring and train my ass off and beat this guy up in martial arts. And I'm not trying to have an ego. I'm serious. I could go in there and cluck him upside his head with my devastation, with my raw power, and the fight will end in one fucking round. You beat him in 2 rounds, I'll beat him in 1 round. Because I'm well versed in the martial arts. And I've been doing martial arts for over 10 years. And in all my martial art fights, whether it was in practice or at a tournament, I took on A-class competition. And when I went up against B-class and C-class competition, my sensei used to always pop me upside my head and say, you didn't beat no one, you beat a nobody. Go out there and fight somebody that actually has a name of value. And this guy from Japan, he's good in Japan, but the problem is no one's never heard of this guy. And to me, if you come out of retirement at 42 or 43 years old and try to box again, then you better fight somebody that everyone is familiar with. Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao Part 2 is good. Floyd MayWeather Jr. versus Conor McGregor Part 2. Hell, you could get Miguel Cotto to come back and fight a second time. Hell, why is it kept quiet? I wouldn't mind seeing a Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Alvarez Part 2. And you know who I'm talking about, that big Latino dude with that strength in his hand. I'd rather see a Part 2 to that fight. That's a fight right there. This right here was child's play. I mean, for me to see it on YouTube that damn fast, that damn quick, it's like, come on, Mayweather. You can find somebody better to fight. If you was going to come out of retirement, it should have been against a big name fighter. To me, you should have called Manny Pacquiao and said, Manny Pacquiao, let's go ahead and have a rematch. Let's give the fans what they really want, a Part 2. That's what you should have done. Instead of, I'm gonna go to Japan, beat this chump up, and be on my way. To me, that's not a fight. To me, a fight, if it lasts 6 rounds, 7, 8, 9, if it lasts 10 rounds, that's a real fight. This was child's play. This was like going into the streets and beating up a little kid for his lunch money. That's basically what this was. And again, no disrespect to the legend of Floyd Mayweather Jr., but if you're going to come out of retirement again, it better be against a real name fighter. And number 2, you got to be careful at your age, because guys like that who are nobodies, they're just looking for an opportunity to do what's never been done before. I mean, you're giving people chances to break your undefeated record. Like, it's 51 now, but if you come out of retirement 1 or 2 more times, you're going to find out what Muhammad Ali found out. Eventually, you're going to get caught with a punch here or there. Eventually, someone's going to sidestep you. Eventually, someone's going to get you in the corner. Eventually, someone's going to be just as fast as you. You haven't met that fighter yet. But if you keep retiring, come out of retirement, go back in retirement, come back out of retirement, you keep doing it, eventually you're going to be fighting your own reflection. And you ask Roy Jones Jr. what that feels like. You ask Bernard Hopkins what that feels like. You've never lost a fight. That's obvious. But I'm a martial arts expert, and I've seen plenty of guys with undefeated records, and when they went up against me, I broke their undefeated record, and they never was the same ever again. And you didn't have to fight this guy. This was pointless. I don't know what this was for. Now, people say it's for money, but I don't think it was for money. I think this was for something else. Somebody might say it's for ego, and again, if you wanted to have an ego fight, go fight Adrian Broder. That's if you wanted to have a fight that validates ego, go fight him. I mean, find someone that's a challenge, not someone you can easily beat up. I mean, what is that supposed to prove? I mean, that doesn't prove anything. You beat a guy that nobody knows about. Nobody even knew this guy was boxing until Stephen A. Smith spoke of this guy. That's how terrible quality this is. And I'm making a video about it because next year I'm going to make a boxing series. So I don't want to take up no more time. Until next time, peace.